Swanson and Poppy's Adventure by Audrey Coyle
and Aubrey Bear. On a cold winter night, Swanson the orca came to the surface of the ocean to look at the night sky. Just as he was about to sink back into the water, he saw a freezing little elf. Swanson swam over to the little elf to ask what he was doing so far from home. "What are you doing all the way out here, little elf?" said Swanson. With his teeth chattering, he replied, "My friends and I were sleighing, and then we crashed, and I flew out of the sleigh and landed here." "You flew all the way from the North Pole? You're halfway to the South Pole," Swanson said, puzzled. Swanson knew he could not leave the little elf out in the cold, but he was supposed to be looking for his pod. He went back and forth with himself, trying to think of what he should do. Eventually, he figured he had to take the little elf back to the North Pole. "I can take you back to the North Pole. What is your name?" "My name is Poppy. Are you sure you can take me back home?" "Of course, little Poppy, but first let's get you warmed up." Swanson started talking Poppy through the steps of making an igloo. He'd watched the land creatures do it thousands of times. Then Swanson taught Poppy how to make a fire with sticks and a rock he found in the ocean. Poppy and Swanson talked by the light of the diamonds in the sky above them. Swanson and Poppy had a long journey ahead of them, so they both decided it was bedtime. "Poppy, I have to go back in the water to sleep. Will you be fine out here?" Swanson asked. "Yes, my fire is keeping me warm and the stars are shining bright. Thank you, Swanson." Both Poppy and Swanson said good night and went to sleep. Swanson woke up bright and early and caught some fish for breakfast. "Wake up, little elf, I have fish," Swanson whispered. Poppy woke up and rubbed the sleep from his eyes. "Thank you, Swanson. But as an elf, I only eat candy I have stashed in my hat." Poppy took off his hat to show Swanson. Swanson chuckled, and they took off on their journey. Poppy walked closely on land while Swanson swam as close as he could to the little elf. They started heading north, talking the whole way about Santa's workshop. "I am still in training, so I don't make the official toys for Christmas, but it is still very fun," Poppy said excitedly. Swanson replied, "Well, what kind of things do you do, little elf?" "I stay in the workshop after closing with Papa Elf, and he teaches me how to make toys. He is the best toy maker we have."
The sounds of the ocean and a cry woke Poppy up. There were sharks circling a baby seal. Poppy ran to Swanson for more help. Swanson told Poppy to get on his back, and they swam to the iceberg. Poppy got on the iceberg with the pup to calm him down. The leader of the sharks glared at Swanson. He scraped Swanson with his teeth, and the shark swam away. "Leave him alone. He's just a pup. Pick on someone your own size." "Well, you're big. I'll just get you." Poppy cried out and swam to Swanson. "Swanson, are you okay?" asked Poppy. Swanson moaned. "I am bleeding, Poppy. He really hurt me." Poppy took his hat off to look for a special healing potion from Santa. "I'm going to pour this over your cut. It will make it better," Poppy told Swanson. He poured it over his cut and watched it heal. Poppy's eyes lit up. Swanson smiled as it healed. "It's working, Swanson. Can you feel it?" "It feels great. Thank you, Poppy." Poppy jumped on Swanson's back, and they started swimming. They were almost home. They could see the workshop lights now. Swanson heard a familiar sound in the distance. His pod! They were watching Santa's Christmas show. Swanson swam fast to greet them. "It's my pod, Poppy." "You brought me home and found your pod, Swanson," Poppy said cheerfully. Swanson smiled. "We did it together, Poppy. Thank you for this journey."
As seen in Swanson and Poppy, buy your own Elf Candy now in stores for only $1.